Currently, Model Y is one of Tesla's key export models. The most obvious evidence is that Model Y was the best-selling car in the UK in March of 2022. This electric SUV is being manufactured in Giga Texas and Giga Berlin. However, each Model Y produced in the US and Germany will not have the same specifications. Moreover, the CEO of Tesla, Elon Musk, also gave a comparison between the Model Ys made in German factories and US factories.
Yeah, it's like things are a little different in the US. Like in the US, things are legal by default, and in Europe, they're illegal by default.
So what's the difference between the Model Ys made in America versus the ones made in Europe? Model Y produced at Giga Berlin is currently still equipped with the 2170 battery cells, while Model Ys made in Texas use the 4680 battery package. During the latest Tesla Q1 2022 financial results, Elon Musk confirmed the battery type used in Model Y production in Giga Berlin.
Berlin is using the 2170 non-structural pack, so they're not constrained by 4680. They will transition to 4680 hopefully later this year, but current Berlin production does not require that.
Meanwhile, regarding the battery structure of Model Y made in Giga Texas, Tesla said, later this year, we expect Gigafactory Texas will be able to produce Model Ys using both structural packs with 4680 cells and non-structural packs with 2170 cells. Elon Musk also emphasized using the 4680 battery in the Q1 financial results.
I think probably it's fair to say that 4680 and structural pack will be competitive with the best alternatives later this year, and we think will exceed the best alternatives next year.
Yeah. The new 4680 pack is filled with the large diameter cylindrical cells. These are 46mm in diameter and 80mm in length, and they use a nickel and manganese-based lithium-ion chemistry inside a steel can. Sandwiching the tightly packed group of cylinders between two sheets of stamped metal creates a structure that is pretty similar to a honeycomb. Obviously, the cells are round, not hexagonal, but basically the same effect, and honeycomb patterns are also known to have exceptional strength-to-weight ratio. That allows the battery pack to be more than rigid enough to function as the middle frame of the car. Furthermore, the new 4680 cylindrical cell design is also much more efficient than the current battery cell because the 4680 battery cell design can use 6 times more power, 5 times more energy capacity, and sports a 16% increase in range. The next difference that Model Y buyers care about most is price. The Model Y standard all-wheel drive version of Giga Texas has a starting price of $59,990, while the Giga Berlin made version is around $4,000 more expensive with a selling price of $63,000. The reason is that the Giga Texas factory in the US is devoting more production to the local market order, leading to a significant reduction in transportation costs as well as shortening the delivery time. Musk also unveiled something special about the manufacturing and architecture of the Model Ys made at Giga Texas compared to Model Ys made at Giga Berlin. Accordingly, he said we would basically make the car out of 3 major pieces: a rear body casting, a structural pack where the cells themselves carry load, just like modern airplanes, where the wing is a fuel tank in wing shape.
Now, with the new Model Y architecture, the cells themselves carry load, and that results in a car that is lighter, a small number of parts, costs less, and improves the crash performance. So it's a safety advantage too.
And now let's talk about the exterior differences of the Model Ys at these two factories. One of the differences between the Model Ys made in Texas versus the ones made in Berlin is the headlight design. The European version of the Model Y is being revamped with new adaptive headlights, but thanks to an outdated US law, the cutting-edge technology is not yet allowed in American iterations of the popular electric car. Model Ys in Berlin will use adaptive driving beam headlights, or ADB lights, which is smart technology that far surpasses even systems that automatically switch between high and low beams. They provide constant light to the driver that's as bright as a traditional high beam light. To make sure they don't blind other drivers though, they have special light units that can alter the brightness, direction, and even the shape of the beam as needed. The system knows how and when to change the light due to a host of sensors that are built into the car. When an oncoming vehicle approaches, the smart lights will cast a shadow in certain directions, while still providing the driver with a pinpoint accurate beam. In some versions of adaptive driving beam headlights, the beams can also shift direction as the vehicle goes around curves. This is particularly essential to helping cars become autonomous, as they need the light to follow any curve for best performance. Additionally, during the GigaFest at Tesla's Giga Berlin plant, the company provided a demo of the new lights, showing off their precision and power by having them project the word Tesla on a wall inside the factory. Musk also shared the headlights of the Model Y in Berlin on Twitter. Yeah, headlights are precision LEDs, so they can be bright without blinding oncoming traffic, pedestrians, and cyclists. Next, in terms of color, Tesla said they would produce Model Ys made at the German factory in 3 new colors: Deep Crimson, Abyss Blue, and Mercury Silver. Meanwhile, Gigafactory Texas has started producing Model Ys in various colors, including blue, black, white, and red. To paint electric SUVs with the aforementioned colors, it's impossible not to mention paint shops. When comparing paint techniques between factories in the US and Germany, Giga Berlin is still better than Giga Texas. Accordingly, the new paint shop in Giga Berlin should get us back to the days when you could have a really cool, unique looking Tesla straight from the factory with no need to opt for a vinyl wrap. The new paint process allows them to build up multiple layers of paint that will create an illusion of depth in the color and will visibly change as the light falls on the curves of the body. It also allows for a much more precise application of the color, from which Tesla can create a really beautiful piece of art. Some people expect that multiple new paint colors are coming in 2022. And those are just some of the differences between the Model Y, which is manufactured at Tesla's 2 factories located in the US and Germany. However, the Model Y in Texas still bears some resemblance to the Model Y in Berlin. Now, what are the similarities between these 2 Model Ys? Let's start with the wipers. Both versions of Model Ys are installed with an additional heating system to warm up in case the car glass is frozen. It's integrated on the touchscreen so that the driver can adjust it more easily. In addition, the overall car is still a perfect and eye-catching in appearance with different color options to suit the needs of the customer. Both available versions of the Tesla Model Y currently weigh at 4,416 pounds.
And then sometime in 2021, we'll have the sort of standard version, which will have a $39,000 price point.
Now, the starting price of the 2023 Model Y will be around $58,190. Keep in mind that the base 2021 Model Y was priced at $39,000. With a whopping $19,000 price difference, what are the differences between the new 2023 Model Y and the older version? Which one would be better? The trick to finding out the year of your Tesla is to check the VIN, vehicle identification number. The 10th digit in the Tesla VIN indicates a letter for the year of manufacturer. For 2023, it should be P if you buy a Tesla Model Y. Let's start with the exterior of these 2 vehicles. There are changes that you will notice right away. So what exactly are they? First off, we have the removal of the ultrasonic sensors. For the old model, you can see the sensors and the imprints of them on the car. They look like little circles. However, all new Model Y vehicles will no longer include the 12 ultrasonic sensors typically found on the front and rear bumpers of its vehicles. Ultrasonic sensors, which measure distance by using ultrasonic waves, are generally used as proximity sensors to support anti-collision safety systems, particularly in low-speed applications like parking. Tesla is now using the vision system for everything. It claims this approach improves autopilot, giving it longer range visibility and the ability to identify and discern different objects. However, some people think that it's more of Elon's cost-cutting methods and his goal to deliver as many cars as possible. What other changes are there to the exterior? There are some rumors that Tesla may also implement carbon fiber accessories for the new 2023 Tesla Model Y, along with an improved automatic windshield wiping system. Many current Model Y owners have expressed their concern for the quality of the automatic windshield wiping system. Though Tesla is rooted in its pledge to safety, driving in the rain with faulty windshield wipers is a major drawback. Hopefully Tesla will improve on this. Now let's move on to the interior. interior. Starting with the back seat, the 2023 Model Y contains an interesting improvement among others. The back seat will now extend out 1.2 inches for the left and right passengers, while the middle seat will remain at the same depth. And what's new for the frunk? There's a new report about a powered front trunk coming to the model. The website, not the Tesla app, recently found a new update that shows a closing animation for the frunk in the latest Tesla software update. This is a much needed update for the Model Y and every other Tesla as well, because all of the latest EVs from GM, Ford, Rivian, and Lucid are now coming with automated frunks that open and close remotely. This is kind of like how the Model 3 didn't have a power-operated rear trunk for the longest time, and then they finally added it in 2020. Not only would that be more convenient, but if you've ever actually used a front trunk on Tesla, you know how finicky they can be. You just can't slam it closed. You have to press it down in a very specific way and do it very gently. The Model S is the worst because you can really damage the cover if you don't close it properly, so it would be great not to have to deal with any of that. Tesla is always at the forefront of technology, so what technology will the Model Y 2023 be updated with? First off is new suspension. The smoother ride that Elon Musk promised for newly built standard Model Y long-range versions has been available on the performance variant for a while, as per a leaked email that Tesla sent to employees internally. In the email, the company informs that our latest Model Y comfort suspension provides improved ride comfort and reduced road harshness, while maintaining the steering and handling precision characteristic of Tesla vehicles. Then there were comments on the much beefier build of the Model Y's front suspension lower control arm, which is responsible for allowing suspension setting parts to rotate whenever the car is cornering. With these subtle changes, Tesla decided to make the Model Y suspension system more cost-effective while also improving the overall quality of the vehicle's suspension. In the end, car owners will have smoother, more comfortable rides. I also heard there's something new about the camera system. The 2023 Tesla Model Y will see a huge leap in the quality of its cameras. Although it wasn't specifically mentioned in the response, the lack of denial that the cameras will be 5 megapixels all but confirms the specifications. It also corresponds with the report from earlier this year that Tesla had secured a deal for 5 megapixel cameras. It should be noted that the agreement was with Samsung, who later clarified that they were in talks with Tesla. In the current configuration, Tesla uses cameras with a resolution of 1280 by 960 or about 1.2 megapixels for the Model Y, so it would be a major update over the current cameras. Who will be the competitors of the 2023 Model Y? A 60% rise in new EV registrations is a sign that EVs are taking over. However, is the 2023 Tesla Model Y a better decision than Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, and all the other big names joining the electric vehicle industry? With Volkswagen's rise, the base version of the ID.4 would cost around $42,084, have a shorter range, less than 400 liters of load capacity, and lack the signature components that have contributed to Tesla's ecosystem. Additionally, the newly built Model Y has premium interior selections, new exterior color options, and all the add-ons of the top-of-the-range ID.4 model. Therefore, more money would have to be added to equip an ID.4 at the same level. The same applies for the Audi e-tron or Skoda Enyaq twins, which are also owned by Volkswagen. The Volvo XC40 Recharge with $44,027 remains more competitive. The basic version has a 67 kilowatt-hour battery and great autonomy, but still loses a lot of cargo space, topping out at only 419 liters. The new Model Y can even jeopardize the sales of more compact models such as the Renault Megane E-Tech Electric with $48,919, which if equipped at the same level would still reach close, albeit with much less power, slower charging, and again, much less load capacity.
So I think it's going to be very, really compelling. I'm confident that it'll be of any mid-size SUV, it'll be the one you want.
All in all, the 2023 Model Y will have more competition due to the wider selection of big-name brands that are transitioning into the EV scene. Tesla announced that the estimated release date for the 2023 Model Y was February to May of 2023. As of recently, Tesla has pushed this date towards April to July of 2023. However, it's a great vehicle and many users had a good experience with it.
It's pretty wild to think that 11 years ago today, we had made literally one car, and a year from now, we will have made 1 million.
In the third quarter of 2022, Tesla sold approximately 200,000 Model Ys, while GMC Terrain only sold 21,427 units. However, GMC says that at an affordable price, the Terrain will surpass the Model Y to take the lead in sales. So, how can the Terrain actually do that? And will Tesla drop the price of the Model Y? The GMC Terrain lives in the highly competitive compact SUV segment. So how does the price of the GMC Terrain compare with that of the Model Y? Tesla has cut prices on the Model Y in the United States by about $3,750. The price cut comes in the form of a delivery credit for December of 2022 for existing Tesla vehicles available for purchase and not custom orders. This enables you to obtain a Model Y from Tesla's existing inventory at a lower cost than would otherwise be the case. Thus, the 2023 Model Y will have a starting price of around $58,190 for the long-range model and $62,190 for the Model Y Performance, all before on-road costs, order fees, and delivery fees. In the case of the Performance, you will have to pay $66,190 because of the $4,000 in luxury car tax. But will price cuts like this continue? We don't think price cuts like this are going to continue into next year. Actually, we think this discount for December is a way for Tesla to have an epic fourth quarter of 2022. And the reason for these discounts is that people are waiting until next year to order their Tesla. But why are people waiting until next year to order? That's because of the IRA, or the Inflation Reduction Act in the United States. This will provide a discount of about $7,500 for a Model Y, but to be fair, the Model Y is actually considered a compact SUV. And since SUVs can cost up to $80,000 and still qualify for the full tax credit, both Model Ys will qualify as well, including the Performance model, which currently comes in at just under $70,000. In fact, we expect Tesla to reintroduce the Model Y Long Range and Model Y Performance, which will cost around $50,690 and $54,690 respectively after credit tax. Now, let's talk about the cost of the GMC Terrain. The 2023 Terrain has a base manufacturer's suggested retail price of $29,900, which is a higher than average starting price for the class. The price climbs to $33,900 and $36,000 for the SLT and AT4 trims respectively. The top Denali trim rings in at $38,600 before options. Moreover, in November of 2022, a GMC Terrain discount offers up to $1,500 off, which includes a $750 cash allowance on the 2022 Terrain and $250 on the 2023 Terrain. For comparison, we see that GMC is twice as cheap as the Model Y. Now let's talk about the differences between these two cars from the inside out. With first, the interior. The Model Y has a very minimalist and subdued interior that verges on feeling Spartan. It has 5 seats as standard, a 7-seat configuration is optional, and adds a snug third row. Synthetic leather upholstery, heated and power adjustable front seats, heated second row seats, and a heated steering wheel are standard. The main talking point of the Model Y's cabin is easily its 15-inch touchscreen. This display is mounted prominently in the middle of the dashboard, and it impresses with its slick graphics and speedy responses, but it requires a lot of attention to use while driving. There also aren't any physical controls, which can complicate otherwise simple functions like adjusting the audio and climate. Notably, Tesla's infotainment system doesn't support the popular Apple CarPlay and Android Auto apps, though it does include some features that you won't find elsewhere. For instance, there's a Sentry mode that can monitor the vehicle when it's parked, and a dog mode that can keep the air conditioning on while you're running errands with your best friend in the car. Also, you can play games or stream videos from Netflix and YouTube via the touchscreen, though only when parked. In contrast, the GMC Terrain can also seat 5 passengers comfortably with 40 inches of front headroom and 40.9 inches of front legroom. Key interior features include fold flat rear seats with a 60-40 split. Cloth upholstery and manually adjustable front seats are standard. Available upgrades include leather upholstery, heated and ventilated front seats with power adjustments, heated rear seats, and a heated steering wheel. GMC offers the Terrain with a standard 7-inch touch screen or an available 8-inch version. Both displays share the same infotainment software, which has straightforward menus, decent graphics, and reasonably prompt responses. However, the layout looks dated compared to other Tesla systems. On the plus side, multiple buttons and knobs below the touchscreens make it a cinch to adjust the Dolby audio and climate controls on the go. Now, which one has more cargo space, the Model Y or the Terrain? The Model Y has an expansive 76 cubic feet of cargo space with its rear seats folded. That's one of the largest cargo capacities among luxury electric SUVs and electric SUVs in general, though that measurement also factors in the front trunk or frunk, which offers enough space for a few grocery bags. The rear liftgate has a wide opening and it's relatively easy to fit large items like bikes and moving boxes. There are also 2 compartments underneath the cargo floor for keeping smaller items out of sight. For comparison, the Terrain has 29.6 cubic feet of cargo space behind its rear seats and 63.3 cubic feet with these seats folded. That's a generous amount of room, and it's further bolstered by a fold-flat front passenger seat that makes it possible to stow long items like a stepladder. A manual liftgate is standard and a hands-free power liftgate is available. However, it still has 12.7 cubic feet less cargo space than the Model Y. Next up, the exterior is yet another important piece. So, how does each one compare? The Y debuted as a pioneer of the all-electric small SUV class. The Tesla Model Y is 187 inches in length, 83.8 inches in width, and 64 inches in height. If you're searching for an elegantly crafted compact SUV, the GMC Terrain may strike the right chord. The exterior dimensions for the 2023 model are 182.3 inches long, 72 inches wide, and 64.5 inches tall. We can then see that the Tesla Model Y is 4.7 inches longer and 11.8 inches wider than the GMC Terrain. So what's so special about the design of these two cars? The Model Y, like most small electric SUVs, has a fastback profile and details like flush door handles that cut its aerodynamic drag. Some like its short nose and rounded body, but the basic Tesla style translates awkwardly to a tall vehicle. The GMC Terrain has classic SUV styling with a modern twist. This SUV boasts wheels ranging in size from 17 to 19 inches, C-shaped LED signature lighting, and heated power outside mirrors with integrated turn signal indicators. So what sort of paint job can you expect from your Model Y or GMC Terrain? The Model Y electric mid-sized SUV is available in 5 exterior paint finishes: solid black, red multicoat, pearl white multicoat, midnight silver metallic, and deep blue metallic. Recently, the automaker announced 2 new colors, namely Quicksilver and Midnight Cherry Red, for Giga Berlin made Model Ys. Meanwhile, it looks like Terrain has more color options. The 8 exterior colors offered by the GMC Terrain include White Frost Tri-Coat, Ebony Twilight Metallic, Marine Metallic, Summit White, Sterling Metallic, Volcanic Red Tint Coat, Deep Bronze Metallic, and Desert Sand Metallic. Which one do you think will have more power, the Model Y or the Terrain? The Model Y is equipped with the brand's dual-motor all-wheel drive system, and it uses a permanent magnet synchronous reluctance motor. One electric motor powers the front wheels, while a second powers the rear wheels. For output, the motors generate 384 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque for the long-range trim, while the performance trim generates 456 horsepower and 471 pound-feet of torque. The 2023 GMC Terrain's turbocharged 1.5-liter 4-cylinder engine now produces 5 more horsepower, for a total of 175 horsepower and 203 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive is standard with all-wheel drive as an option, but the Model Y still has 3 times the power of the GMC Terrain. Now, how fast can these cars go? What's the acceleration like?
It has the functionality of an SUV, but it will ride like a sports car.
The Model Y drives with more of a hot hatchback personality than that of a premium SUV. It feels agile and sure-footed when navigating through tight turns, and its taut suspension keeps body lean and sway to a minimum. The Model Y dashes from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds for the performance model and 4.8 seconds for the long range. Also, the top speed of the Model Y is 135 miles per hour for the long range and 155 for the performance trim. The Model Y zips swiftly off the line and around town, thanks to the instant low-end torque from its electric motors, and it can carry that rapid pace well beyond legal speed limits. Backing off the throttle, and the Model Y will happily settle into a comfortable and quiet cruise. For comparison, the GMC Terrain took 9.3 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour, taking 4.5 to 5.8 seconds longer than the Model Y. Although GMC's engine offers adequate thrust for zipping around town, it labors noisily under hard acceleration and struggles to haul the SUV up to highway speeds or past other vehicles. The Terrain's base engine lacks power, the transmission is slow-witted, and the powertrain's focus on fuel economy eliminates snappy acceleration. How much bang do you get for your buck per kilowatt hour or miles per gallon? If you're looking to the Model Y, both the performance and long-range models have a 75 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery under the frunk. The long range has a driving range of 330 miles on a full charge, while the performance has a lower 303-mile driving range, but that still beats most rivals. The cost to fully charge the long-range Model Y comes out to $13.16. Take that and divide that by 330, and you get a cost per mile of a little under 4 cents. And to be more realistic, if we're talking about 100 miles, then you just take that number and multiply it by 100, and you get $3.98 per 100 miles. The Terrain has a 15.6 gallon tank. Last I checked, it costs $4.99 per gallon of diesel. That means, as an owner of a GMC Terrain, you'll have to pay around $77.84 to have a range of 460 miles, or $16.90 for 100 miles. This means the Model Y saves you about $12.92 after each refueling.
And I think that car was really important because it was competing against the best of the gasoline cars.
Which car has the better traction? The Model Y can tow up to 3,500 pounds when equipped with its Class 2 towing package, which is more than 2 times stronger than the GMC Terrain. The Terrain's engine makes efficiency a priority, so its towing capacity maxes out at just 1,500 pounds. However, this is enough power to tow a small boat or a lightweight trailer full of home improvement supplies. Now, you can also make your Terrain a bit more capable with an available all-wheel drive and the Traction Select system, which includes snow mode and tow/haul mode. But in the end, the superior onboard technology of Tesla's vehicles is the true competitive advantage. So, how does the GMC Terrain stack up to the technology of the Model Y?
We expect to be feature complete with self-driving sometime later this year.
The Model Y received a leading score in Euro NCAP's Safety Assist category. This was thanks to Tesla Vision, the camera vision and neural net processing system that comes standard in all Tesla vehicles in North America and Europe. Tesla's autopilot system is included as well, and it bundles blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, forward collision warning, cyclist and pedestrian detection, forward automatic emergency braking, traffic-aware adaptive cruise control, road sign recognition, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, and front, side, and rear parking sensors. An upgraded suite of driver assistance features is available for $15,000 on top. This upgraded suite is known as the full self-driving package and includes hands-free parking assistance with a summon function, as well as hands-free highway driving with automated lane changing. Despite the names of some of these features, the Model Y is not capable of fully autonomous driving yet. The driver is still responsible for the safe operation of the vehicle at all times. Moreover, Tesla vehicles are so safe because Tesla continuously innovates and iterates on its vehicle designs. It recently added a far side airbag to prevent the front occupants from colliding with each other. But what about the GMC Terrain? The 2023 Terrain earns a 5-star overall rating from the National Highway Traffic Safety Association, although the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety isn't impressed with the Terrain's poor headlights. The latest model of the Terrain comes equipped with the GMC Pro Safety Suite of technologies. This advanced bundle of features includes automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, forward collision alert, front pedestrian braking, following distance indicator, and IntelliBeam automatic headlamps. And if you want more than these 6 smart features, you can opt for GMC Pro Safety Plus. It adds rear cross traffic alert, lane change alert with side blind zone alert, and rear park assist to the Terrain's roster of driver assist tools. Plus, the Denali trim offers more reassurance with available automatic parking assist and HD surround vision. To be fair, GMC is cheaper than the Model Y, but the Model Y offers a lengthy driving range, searing acceleration, semi-autonomous driving technology, and great people hauling and cargo carrying abilities. A smoother ride, a lower price, or an easier to use infotainment system would go a long way toward putting the Model Y back on top. How do you feel about the matchup between the Model Y and the GMC Terrain? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Otherwise, that's it for today's episode. We sincerely thank you for watching and for all of your support of our channel. As always, if you enjoyed our video, please leave us a like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell to stay up to date on exciting developments in the world of EVs and green technology. Once again, we thank you so much, and we hope to see you again next time. Until then, take care and be safe.